What's going on, Born for Sports? Well, the Giants are on a bye week, so I thought I'd talk about some Knicks basketball, man. Yeah, them New York Knicks, they off to a pretty good start. First 19 games with 12-7, coming off a nice win last night in Toronto on a back-to-back. What else is new? Another back-to-back early in the season for the Knicks. We'll get into that in a moment, but I just want to talk about the Knicks, man. They're looking good out here. Looks like that chemistry is starting to cook. A lot of the players have been here for a couple of years, and they kind of have a good idea and feel how to play the game that they have to play to win games. And that's tough defense. That's share the ball. We got Jalen Brunson, of course. And he's off to a hell of a start. In my opinion, looking like a top 5 point guard. I don't care what anyone say. If you watch Jalen Brunson on a daily basis and see what he has to do on this team and what he does for this team, whether it's offensively with the deadly mid-range, as good as anybody in the league, whether it's sharing the ball, keeping the chemistry going, whether it's knowing when to take those shots when the shot clock is going down, when the offense is looking kind of stale-ish, Julius Randle isolations or whatever the case, he makes the right play. He takes the right shot, puts us back on track when we're on those runs where we get a little cold spell. He's doing it all, man. He's doing it all, and it should be an all-star season for Mr. Jalen Brunson. I don't even want to hear it. I don't even know how this man wasn't an all-star last year. And I was one of the guys that was questioning whether we should have signed him to the money we did. And listen, it's worked out very well for the New York Knicks, and I'm very happy about that. That man should have been an all-star last year, and the fact that he wasn't was robbery. So this year, it has to be an investigation if my guy ain't going to be an all-star this year, and I anticipate that happening. Julius Randle, man, he started off slow, coming off that ankle injury and ankle procedure in the offseason. But Julius Randle, we know regular season Julius Randle's going to come to play. He plays basically every game. Say what you want. We always critique his game. There's a lot of things we don't like about Julius Randle's game, but one thing we can never question this man is toughness, man. He plays every game. He's out there for his team, and I respect the hell out of that about him. And in regular season, if we could just get regular season Julius Randle to go to playoff Julius Randle, it will be pretty good in this town for this New York Knicks team. But regular season, Julius Randle, man, he's playing well. He's gotten it together, sharing the ball. We know what he can do in the regular season when he's right. 24, 10, and 5 guy. And he's been doing it. He's been doing it on a consistent basis since the season started after that little slow start. But he's been playing well, and we got to give respect to that. He had a good game last night. Mind you, he didn't, they said that he was questionable with a sore knee, inflammation knee, whatever the case, when the game started, and gave us 20, 10, and 8. Hey, listen, that Toronto team isn't a bad team, man. They got talent. They got a lot of talent over there, you know what I'm saying? So as far as young players. So he played well, and I'm happy about that. RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett, everybody knows me. I'm an RJ Barrett guy. I like RJ. I think he's a good third option on a championship team, with maybe a possible all-star as a ceiling. Young player, and he's progressed this year so far. He's been more efficient with the ball, shooting wise. His mid-range has gotten better. His outside shooting 3-point shots have been much better as well. He has I believe shot about 39% from 3 so far this year. So, and that's a good look for him, man. If we can get that from RJ on a consistent basis, not force it, be efficient, and keep progressing, hey, I'll take it, man. He's been playing well. And you could make a case beginning of the season, especially when Julius Randle was kind of struggling to get his footing, so to speak, from that injury and stuff. He was probably our best player because Jalen Brunson got up to a slow couple of games too. But now that Jalen is doing his thing and Julius is doing his thing, RJ is the third option, not needed to score 26 points a game for the team to win. So he's playing well. And also, what I mind you, free throw shooting has been very much better too. I think he's shooting about 83% from the free throws. That's a big deal for him because, listen, we all know RJ's game is getting to the rack, man. Getting to the rack, taking those threes, being efficient, hitting those shots when they're there. But his game is getting to the rack, getting to the hole, getting to the line. He's got to make free throws. And even though this team is still kind of struggling at times making the free throws as a team, they have to get better. I'm happy to see RJ is making his and getting to the line. So progression from RJ, and I like to see it, and I want to keep seeing it. Now, I'm going to just get to the elephant in the room, man. Quentin Grimes. Listen, I like Quentin. I'm not trying to knock Quentin, really. I like Quentin. I think he's a good role player, but I have never been on this wave of what Knicks fans expect Quentin Grimes to be. You know, I don't see a star player in him. The talent that I see is a 3-and-D role player. I've always said it. Anyone that knows me says it. He's a good defensive player. Okay, he's good. He's a good defensive player, and I love his defensive mindset when he's in the game. But his shooting is so erratic. Okay, he passes up a lot of open shots, and then when he hits those threes, when he does shoot those threes, he doesn't hit it consistently enough for me to say, you know what, this guy can keep becoming and ascending as a player. I just don't see it with Quentin, and you know, I think he needs more refining of his game on the court. So my point is this: I need to see Dante Divincenzo, Big Ragu, Dante Divincenzo be a starter on this team. I just think he gives us more at this point at the shooting guard position, man. I just do. You know, he plays good on-ball defense, off-ball as well. You know, he does the little things on the court. You know, he's a damn good three-point shooter. Better than Quentin Grimes to me. He's more consistent from the arc than Quentin. You know, and you don't lose as much with Divincenzo in the game on defense as well. I just think he's at this point the better player, and we need to explore doing that, man. We need to explore putting Devo in there. You know, I like him in that spot. I just think he brings more to the offense, especially when, you know, double teams are coming Jalen and Julius Randle's way. When that ball gets start passing around, Devo's the guy that can hit that three and make teams pay. And he did it last night. He hit 7 3-pointers last night, and it isn't the first time he's hit as much as 7 in the game so far this year when he's gotten his chance. You know, I just think we need to explore that going forward. Josh Hart had a good game last night. He's been off to a slow start with his game to start the season. He had some comments the other day about how, you know, he doesn't feel a part of the offense. Well, you know what? The last 2 games he's played much better. He has to stop hesitating, man. He's got to stop hesitating and take those shots. Even if you miss them, you got to take them. You got to take them, man. You can't complain that you ain't getting involved with the offense if you pass your shots up. So Josh had a good game last night. I thought he actually helped us win the game. His contribution to 15 points in that third quarter was huge in that game when it was kind of teetering back and forth or whatever when Toronto made their run. Even though it was a comfortable win, you know, they didn't really threaten us too hard in the second half. But, you know, there was a point where, you know, they were making their run and Josh made some big shots. So all in all, I think the Knicks are on the right path. This schedule is about to get crazy, man, this month in December. You know, we got – it just gets tougher in December. We got Milwaukee 3 times, including that silly in-season tournament thing, which I'm not even going to get into really. But they play Milwaukee coming up, I think, Tuesday, and including 3 times this month alone. You know, including a home-and-home situation and one of those games on Christmas. So that won't be easy. You know, that won't be easy. And then we got a West Coast trip this month, too, as well. You know, Phoenix and L.A. Clippers on a back-to-back. You know, and then to end the month, we got, back-to-back at the end of the month against Orlando, a improved young Orlando team who's coming on, man. They're good. And Indiana, you know, we know old friend Indiana, and Obi's over there. So, you know what? It's going to get tougher this month, but I think the Knicks are up for the challenge, and I like what I see. And I just want us to continue to get better, man. You know, we start chasing. We all hear the rumors about DeRozan, about Embiid, and possibly Donovan Mitchell. But that's down the road, man. So we just got to enjoy what we have right now. All right. So all in all, good start for the Knicks, and let's keep it going. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Born for Sports. Let's go Knicks.